Rafa and I met here at the Mission Cultural Center when we were mounting the exhibition for Dia de los Muertos with the collection of Jim Nicas, who owns a huge collection of Posada, who is one of the major printmakers from Mexico. So we had a really great connection right from the beginning, with lots of energy. And it's in many ways affinities in what we want to do with our art. So,
thanks for summing everything up.
Yeah.
My name is Rafael Vieira, born in Brazil, raised in the States, South Florida. Came out here for school, fell in love with the Bay Area, and yeah, met these guys at the Cultural Center, and we just met in this office.
Wow.
So I walked in the door, Jim walks in the door, and Luis, and we all met. And from there, shows in Guadalajara University and everything's just pushing forwards. The team.
Third, I'm Jim Nicas. As Luis already introduced me, I am a collector of Mexican art, mainly from the 19th and 20th centuries. And I have luckily been the guardian, I guess, somehow, of this very large collection, over 4,600 pieces or works, mainly on paper, by Jose Guadalupe Posada and Manuel Mania, mostly from the archives of Antonio Venegas Arroyo, who was a publisher.
So you said that you met in this room, and then how did you come up with this vision? Now you're at the university, and you're going to transform a town with art. Can you talk about that? And
well, we went to the show. We ended up. He put the show together.
Yeah.
The first show down in Colotlán.
Yeah.
And then from there, the administrators, everyone enjoyed and liked what we're doing. And during the whole time we're discussing it, he tells me, I want to paint this. I want to paint a wall here. I'm like, fuck. Oh, sorry. Let's paint the whole town.
Yeah.
And then from there, we started, boom, really feeding off each other, and everyone as a team just started throwing things out. So now it's turned into something big, and we're going to
ideas began to develop as to what to do with our own art and how to take it to the next level. How we could actually use art. How we could to develop the town, to maybe help people, to maybe teach kids how to make art, how to make prints, to maybe introduce murals into the town. And maybe we call it Sincuenta. An idea behind Sincuenta is two words together, sin without count. It came from an installation we made there.
You guys together.
Right. On the migrant workers, on the migrants coming through the States, and the number of people that go uncounted of a new life.
Yeah.
And without and not only on matters of having to go out and look for a new life because you are poor in your country, but also there is a migration of ideas, the migration of art and cultures, food, everything migrates when one person moves. Music. So that's what we're exploring, and in going to Colotlán in Mexico, we intend to establish a connection between a big city like San Francisco, where there is a lot of art, into a place where there is nothing. How can actually we plant a seed and see where it goes?
Yeah. What does collaboration provide you that working alone doesn't?
I was against it for many years.
Okay.
Until I met these guys.
Why were you against
it? Wow, okay.
Right.
I've tried collaborating in the past and we just bump heads nonstop.
Yeah.
Okay.
But now I ran into multiple people and it works. It's like, wow, all these years.
And somebody creating images by themselves without text, or text just without images, it becomes complementary if you have the right collaborative elements to complement each other. And that's what Posada and Venegas Arroyo did. And I don't want to be cocky and sound like that's what this group can do, because it would be difficult to say, well, 100 years from now, all this art will be remembered. I'd like to think that.
Right. So how does this work? You were mentioning before that you expand to teaching classes, painting murals. Do you go there and paint the murals, or do you find local artists there who will do it?
It'll be both. We're going to work with Bay Area artists and artists over there. The idea is maybe bring some artists from there here, paint here, there,
That's
and
great.
just from there work in the community. It's the artist pool has already grown. And you have to convince the locals. We start small. We just can't go there full on ramble.
Right.
No. It
Right.
has to be, you know, there has to be some teamwork down there. I want to, you know, hire the locals, have them make all the money, and just.
Yeah.
That's what I was
Do
thinking
that.
about. It's like,
Yeah.
what is the relationship of the artist to the community? What is that going to look like? How do you collaborate with the community?
So there is a really good relationship with the community. I grew up there.
Oh, great.
Okay.
I grew up there, and I think I have a great relationship
good.
with the university, and
Yeah.
they have an open up themselves to the projects that we have presented there, and their vision is also to make this an epicenter for the arts in the whole region.
Create social change. How do we create social transformation? And you have an amazing vision, and you got to get these people, you know, on fire.
The children and the elders. That's what I always say.
The youth and the
Yeah.
old.
Yeah.
And why is that?
Because they're willing to sit down and listen. You know, they want to learn. The elders, you know, they want their minds to be active. So
Also, there are intergenerational projects that could be modeled where you have elderly working with younger kids. Sometimes elderly although they're greatly respected, they get sometimes because they don't work as fast as they used to, but they have a lot to offer. And kids can't really always do things because they're too little.
Right.
So you have these two people that are kind of disenfranchised, but if you can put them together, there's some beautiful things that can happen.
And we're not saying this is what you should
Right.
have. You know, we're artists. It's not our role to say to people or to society, this is what the art that people should be looking at. We as artists are presenting other realities, our perceptions, our interpretations of those realities. This is what we see. How do you see it? So we actually start a conversation with people, and this is actually what we did this time. We took different techniques of printmaking that people saw and different ideas. Everybody had different topics within their own work. So people began to ask questions, and so a conversation was established with the folks there.
You're communicating art and experience and just exposing people to things that they hadn't been exposed to before. And
it's the only thing I could do right, I guess. It's a partner. It's a long-lasting partner. It beats you over the head, makes you smile, makes you cry. I don't know. I wouldn't want to do anything else, put it that way.
Yeah.
I never thought about that. I want to think about
It's
that.
a love
question.
affair with your creative self.
Yeah.
It's an affair with your creative
It's a
self.
love affair
Love
with
with
your
your
creative
self.
self.
That's right.
That's what it is.
Yeah. Oftentimes you gotta grab it, put it somewhere else, and then you figure it out later.
You turn them
or
apart.
You
and
turn them apart.
It
Yeah.
happens. You know, I don't know if it happens to you, but sometimes I do pieces and I throw them away,
Yeah.
and people say, "Why do you throw it away?" Because I hate it.
Yeah.
And then you say, "Why did I throw it away?"
Yeah.
And it happens to me so many times. That was really good, and that's gone.
What I do
somebody asked him to define love. And I don't know if you remember this, it's on the video, on the tape that he did, but he said, well, so a wise man once said that only a fool shall try to define love. He says, so therefore I will be brief. And I thought, well, that would be like defining art to some extent. It's not really possible to define it. It's something you have to do.
Yes.
And I know that the world would be, what does it mean to me? It means that the world would be black and white. It would be, when you're depressed and you can't see the color in the world, the trees are all kind of shades of gray and the ocean loses its blue and it's terrible.